comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blixen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins.
And I am on the phone live from the North Pole with, an elf. Man, I can't even pronounce this name.
Yeah, it's Finnish or Eskimo or something. I gave up on anybody being able to spit it out years ago.
I thought you guys had names like Winky or Sparky or Spanky or something.
No. You're thinking of the gay elves. We don't swing that way up here.
So I guess Sleepy and Dopey and those guys were like from California, right? Is that why you... Hello?
You're kidding me, right?
Well, yeah, I know Dopey and Sneezy and
Because they're not elves, they're dwarves.
I know, I'm sorry. So, what is the difference?
You mean besides the fact that they're laying back collecting Disney royalties while we're freezing our asses off making toys?
I never thought I'd hear an elf express it quite that way.
I'm serious, we've got space heaters out the wazoo here, and still after 20 minutes I can't even feel my jingle bells, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so we're moving on.
Numb. That's what I'm saying. They're freaking numb.
You know, your accent doesn't really sound like Finnish or Eskimo or...
Yeah, I spent quite a few years in the States.
Oh, really? Where?
I'd prefer not to say.
Okay, I'll respect that. We'll just move
All right,
on to...
Geraldo, I violated parole when I came back up here. Are you happy, huh?
You were in prison?
Yeah, and I got the tattoos to prove it.
Boy, that is... so how did that happen?
Well, I had a cellmate who was a tattoo artist.
No,
and we had a couple of pens, and we had some fire, and, we were bored. We were in prison.
No, not the tattoo thing. The prison thing.
Oh, that. I got this leprechaun gig on St. Patrick's Day back in 95.
I'll bet you made a great leprechaun.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because you're...
Really good at an Irish accent? Always after me Lucky Charms. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, sure.
I thought so.
Plus, you're short and you've got those little pointy ears and you...
I want you to do something for me, Ty.
Sure.
I want you to stand up. No. Go ahead, stand up.
Stand up? Now, why would
Stand up or I hang up.
Okay. Chill out, little guy.
Are you standing?
All right.
Okay, good. Now what I want you to do, Ty, is I want you to face away from the mic.
What? Now, why would you want me to...
Face away from the mic. Face away from the mic.
I don't understand.
Because I'm about to reach through this phone and rip you a new asshole.
Dang, you're a sensitive elf, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I took classes on the inside. They didn't help.
So what is, and please don't take offense, what is the difference between an elf and a leprechaun?
You mean besides the fact that leprechauns get to prance all over beautiful Ireland looking for rainbows and gold and shit like that while we're freezing our asses off up here making toys? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, that.
Plus, I'm pretty sure they're better at holding their liquor.
Well, that's what they do.
Yeah, well, anyway, so I'm doing this leprechaun gig. It's an Irish pub, of course, and hold on just a second. Hey, numb, you gotta smoke outside. I know it's 73 below freaking zero. Don't blame me, blame the liberals. Hey, you gotta stand 10 feet away from the door. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm doing this leprechaun gig at this Irish pub. I'm throwing back some cheap draft beer because, they gave it to me free. And I wasn't in a good mood anyway, on account of people looking at me like I was some kind of freak.
Ooh, so they were looking at you like you were just maybe some midget dressed up as a leprechaun?
No, moron, they was looking at me like I was a freaking leprechaun.
Yeah, but you were...
Jeez, a fella has pointy ears and is a little bit hype challenged.
Well, I guess you...
And he's dressed up all in green and speaks with an Irish brogue.
All right, I can see...
And is about half crocked on cheap draft beer.
Well, it was free.
Damn straight. Anyway, this guy comes over to where I'm sitting on a booster seat at the bar. He points at a crowd of girls, really hot chicks too, Ty, I'm telling you. And he says, "Hey man, I think that girl likes you." And I say, which one? And he says, "The tall one." And man, I just snapped.
What? I don't understand. Why did
They're
you...
all tall to me, for brains. And that's what I told that guy, and then I beat him like a red-headed stepchild, which actually makes sense because he was Irish.
Yikes. How big was this fella?
Big.
Big?
Probably about 6'4", 250, maybe a little more.
No kidding. Guy that big.
Hey, think about it. When I stand on the floor and start swinging, a guy that height, he's gonna be in big, big trouble.
Ouch.
You ever see a boxer working out on a speed bag? You know what I'm talking about? You get the picture.
Ooh, man. And they sent you to prison for that?
Well, not just that. I kind of freaked out and jacked the car outside the pub and led police on a high-speed chase. Kinda.
Kinda? What do you mean?
Well, I couldn't get going too fast before I hit something. Think about it.
Oh, 'cause you...
Yeah, I was resting my chin on the bottom of the steering wheel. It's the only way my little feet could reach the pedals, okay? You happy? Anyway, Ty, I gotta go. It's almost... Oh, crap.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what time is it in the North Pole?
Depends on where you stand.
On where you stand?
All the time zones meet up here, Ninny.
Oh, wow, that's right.
Every time I go to the crapper, I gotta reset my watch. It sucks.
Dang, I hate that for you. Well, thanks for talking with me.
My pleasure, Ty. Sorry I got pissed earlier.
No, that's quite all right, believe me. I hope your parole officer isn't listening.
It doesn't matter anyway. We don't have any extradition treaties with anyone.
Not with anyone?
Hell no. You know how many outstanding B&E warrants the big guy has?
Man, I never thought of that.
Not to mention that once a year he violates the restraining order Christina Aguilera has against him.
Huh. Well, that's...
Hey, he sees her when she's sleeping, okay? And she's not wearing any jams. That's all I'm saying.
Alrighty then, we've been talking...
So kids, if you've been naughty this year, don't sweat it.
Live from the North Pole...
He ain't been watching you.
with an elf.
Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus.